I'm hearing a lot of people talking about awakening, sorry, awakening and awareness, which is also well and good for those of us that have a good coping mechanism. Hello. The dog came over and said hello. Look, there's the dog. Hello, dog. Hi, Ivy. Yeah. So, what is my coping mechanism? Because you're, you know, the coping mechanism in the broader sense, for everybody, that part of humans that, actually work with each other and congregate in communities. What is that coping mechanism? And is that coping mechanism still intact? You have to work on it. It doesn't keep intact just by ignoring it. So, in some ways, you know, oh, I'm going to move my location to somewhere more pleasing for me. The sky's nice tonight. Today. It looks a bit bruised. The sky looks bruised. The sun looks hurt. You push my God into the dirt. That's a line from a song, God City One. I didn't write the lyric even for that part. That was Robert Sharples, our original drummer, when we were called Tunnel Men. Yeah. Yep. There's a giant, I think is a turkey vulture, riding the thermals over there. I'm in Southern California, I'm in Los Angeles, but I'm in a place called Shadow Hills on the just slightly north of Burbank. It's not very far out of the cities that are all crammed together that call themselves Los Angeles. Yeah, I think it's a turkey vulture. Oh, there's several of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're all riding the thermals. I don't know if you'll be able to see them from here. I mean, my eyes can, but can you see them? Let me see if I can zoom in. Oh, you can. Well, maybe. I don't know. Can you see them? Oops. Maybe I've zoomed in a little too far. No. Don't know. My eyes are dim, I cannot see. I have not brought my specs with me. Coping mechanisms. Yeah. Oh, I got a text message in a group that I belong to. So yeah, I mean, when things get going, like try and think of a time in your life, a previous time in your life when things weren't going too well, like not turning out how you expected them, but not actually even turning out well enough to be able to call, like, oh my God, it's like to call it just part of life's rich tapestry, which that's one of my coping mechanisms. It's all part of life's rich tapestry. But the thing is, it's like, if you don't work on your own coping mechanisms, your own individual coping mechanisms, the collective starts to put pressure on even more, because you can't cope. They're like, what else can't you cope with? I mean, it's the way. Oi, out. Hi, cut copy. That's a nice band. Yeah, they are a good band. They really are. Hi, Conrad. Yeah. But I'm watching people around me, close to me, friends, family, stuff, my tribe, and I'm watching them sort of like kind of struggle, like almost every day, kind of find it a real struggle just to get by, just to cope with all the stuff that goes on in a normal everyday life that they'd have been coping with quite happily 5 years ago, but now are like freaking out about. And so I'm like, work on your coping mechanism, work on the things you do. From Australia, no, Australia, with this vibe, really? Maybe able to just at the drop of a hat, just boom, right, I'm gonna go do this because I can, you know. I mean, I've got this coping mechanism by doing things in a more random way, not fully expecting everything to fall in line just because I want it to. You know, you kind of have to work on it. Anyway, so going for a little walk. I'm gonna go out with a mate, and I'm gonna go and get a hot dog or something. It is close to Remembrance Day, so I remember that well. Today would have been my first wife, Audrey, and I got married. Was it 1976? Jesus. That would have been today. I've wished a happy anniversary, even though we're no longer together. We still chat once in a while. Anyway, gotta go. Lots of love. Live, love, life. Make love your coping mechanism. All right? Live, love, life. I'm sorry, Mr. Cat 45. I gotta go right now. If you've got any questions, Lynn, maybe aye, that's Scottish. All right. Anyway, that's it. Oh, look, another wild animal. Look at this one. This one's crazy. Hi, cray cray. Get in. Look at this little thing. There's a coping mechanism right there. Give love to the youngsters. All right. Gotta go. Cheers then. Lots of love. Bye.